The soft life causes you to start expecting the best for yourself. I think because many women are used to treating themselves in subpar ways, they are that much more willing to accept subpar treatment from men. Hi ladies, welcome back to the feminine universe. I am so happy to have you here. We all want a soft, luxurious, enjoyable life. That is nothing to feel guilty about. In fact, it's something to embrace. As more women come to realize this, it only makes sense that ideas for creating a softer life have started to take center stage. But some may feel like some of the advice is unrealistic for them or too devoid of any order or structure. But with the right guidelines, I think we can strike the perfect balance and create our softest lives ever. So today, I want to give you 5 tips to live your most incredible soft life in a way that won't leave you broke or feeling fraudulent, but will still inspire you and remind you that you deserve more, because it is all possible. So let's get started. My first tip is to let go of unnecessary burdens and protect your peace. I truly think that the first step towards living a softer life is to lighten your load wherever you can. But you must also protect your peace so you're not lightening your load on one side, but then picking up new burdens on the other side. I'm not going to lie and say that life isn't a little difficult sometimes. But I also don't think we notice how many unnecessary burdens we carry on top of the ones that we actually have to carry. From our work lives to home lives to social lives. If you are working 40, 60, or even more hours per week, are you also doing everything at home? Where can you maybe delegate? Are you always having the same old arguments with the same old man? Are you taking on other people's problems and ending up even angrier than they are? You don't have to plan every function. You definitely don't need to be planning every date. You don't have to lend money every time someone asks. Another draining activity that is more unique to people today is arguing with people on the internet. If you're part of a particular online group or club and you're passionate about that topic, the internet is a beautiful place to exchange ideas. But I'm referring to topics you didn't know or care about 5 minutes ago, and now here you are engaged in a breathless back and forth with a complete stranger. You don't have to give your input or your energy to everything. If you're going to be putting in big work or putting your mind or body through stress, I need you to be getting something from it. Put your body through stress in the gym to get those abs you want, to get that toned body you want, or to beat your previous record. Put your mind through stress to get an A on an exam, or to crush a project at work, to come up with and create a company. Mind the business that pays you, or that is at least beneficial to you. When you let go of the unnecessary burdens, you get the benefit of stressing less, which of course makes your life softer, but you also free up that time to work on productive things that will make your life even better. Tip number 2 is to choose beauty, because it really is an active choice. For a softer life, we should be aiming to fill our lives with beautiful things and beautiful experiences. While this isn't everything, it will definitely boost your mindset and keep you in this happy, high vibration. Think about how you feel after being somewhere crowded, dirty, or noisy, or just otherwise chaotic. And then think about how you feel when you go somewhere and there's a little soft music playing, it's clean, well lit, maybe there's a little running water, a fountain of some sort, or at some kind of spa. Think about the 2 completely different feelings you have when coming out of those 2 different situations. What you absorb absolutely has an effect on you. Regardless of your income or preferences, you can have and you can do something beautiful for yourself. You can shape your eyebrows. You can put on some lip gloss. You can put on a face mask. Your sheets don't have to be mismatched. You don't have to wear those shoes until they completely fall apart. You can have a nice set of pajamas. You're allowed to set the table just because. Add a little eucalyptus to your shower. Sprinkle some parsley on top of that pasta. Take a daily walk through the nicest neighborhood near you. We put out what we take in. And if all you take in is chaos and hardship, it's going to be difficult to put out positivity and beauty. If you make an effort to make everything around you as beautiful as possible, you will internalize that, and that's what you will put out. My third tip is to prepare. I think this is one of the most overlooked parts for a successful soft life. It is all about planning and putting in the work to make a soft life possible. Because we're not about just making it look like you have a soft life, but then behind the scenes, all the cards are maxed out, we're behind on the rent, and dodging calls from that cousin you borrowed money from last month. We've all had a rough financial moment, and I'm sure we can all attest that it is not soft. It is quite stressful. A soft life is a smart life. Have structure for yourself. Have a morning routine. Have an evening routine. Have a schedule. We've touched on the importance of a planner, but it's worth mentioning again. What are you doing with your time? Ask, what can I do today to set me up for where I want to be tomorrow? Literally, that can mean picking out your outfits the day before so you're more put together and less frazzled the next day. It can mean working out now so you're comfortable in your own skin, so you're not battling double the health issues down the line, so that next time you're on vacation or have to take a picture, you feel good about yourself. It can mean saying no to the smooth talking waste man right now so that you're in a good place emotionally when the good man comes around. It can mean writing down your goals today so that a year from now, instead of wondering where the year went, you have a written record of how far you've come. You can look back and say, oh my gosh, remember when this was just a dream? Remember when this was a goal? I've achieved it. A soft life requires planning and preparation. Give that to yourself. Tip number 4 is to incorporate luxury. What kind of soft life video would this be if we didn't talk about that? I want you to treat yourself and bring in luxury and softness wherever you can. The tip that I will give you about luxury and treating yourself that we may not always hear is to treat yourself to things you actually want. Now, I know that may sound obvious, but many times we let people tell us what luxury is or what treating ourselves should look like. Now, I will personally absolutely drop a stack on some products, but if you don't care for things like luxury handbags and you'd rather buy a tech gadget, do that. If you don't like or don't wear makeup, or you're happy with the lovely drugstore collection that you've amassed, skip the expensive foundation, lipstick, and eyeshadows, and splurge on skincare if that's more important to you. If you don't care much about material things in general, while I would still suggest having your basics, save up for that trip or activities and go make memories you can hold on to forever instead. I would suggest a mix of all of the above, but that's just me. But basically, it is not luxury to buy or do things that other people dictate to you that don't actually bring you any joy. If you like luxury items but can't afford them yet, buy the prettiest drugstore or department store version. If you can't make it to the Maldives, hit up Miami or Key West. Go shopping at the fancy mall the next state over. Luxury is about treating yourself to different, pleasant experiences, particularly experiences that are outside of your day-to-day activities. That's all. Just something a little more special, a little different, and with just a little more pizzazz. Again, we come back to that luxury mindset. You have to be able to say, here's what I can do now. How do I make it as luxurious as possible? Treat yourself to the best you have access to. I hear things like, only bougie people do tea, but really, how much is a teacup and a few bags of tea? Or only wealthy or bougie people go to see shows on Broadway. I was honestly embarrassed that I'd waited so long to start going when I found out how affordable decent seats were. Sometimes we price ourselves out of activities and experiences before even trying because we're already mentally convinced that it's not for us. I'm going to tell you another one that kills me. Ladies will say to me, "Oh, you always mention having your nails done." Well, not everyone has $150 a week to do their nails. My love, you shouldn't be needing a new set every week, first of all, but a whole acrylic set is not the only way to do your nails. We were all born with natural nails for free $99. All it takes is a little nail polish. I've seen and had beautiful manicures on natural nails. Both versions are lovely, but it's so much easier to say I can't than to make a plan to make it happen. And if you really want to know the truth, I think that because many women are used to neglecting and treating themselves in subpar ways, they are that much more willing to accept subpar treatment from men, friends, and anyone else. And that's why I'm so happy to talk about these topics. As much as some people want to brush them off as shallow, I know that it's about more than just the physical or material aspect. With each thing you do for yourself or give yourself, you are subconsciously telling and teaching yourself that that's what you deserve. And when you get used to getting the maximum from yourself, you are not going to sit around and accept, or heaven forbid, beg someone for their minimum. And for my final tip, I want us all to find balance. We need to get to a place as a society where we can get beyond thinking in extremes. Just because I'm saying you don't need to do everything doesn't mean I'm saying never to do anything. Just because we're talking about beautifying things and adding in luxury doesn't mean I'm saying to go into debt. Just because I say appearance matters doesn't mean I'm saying appearance is everything. Balance is key. So to be very clear, I am not telling anyone who works for a living to call out of work every day because a 9-to-5 is not part of their soft life vision board. Remember, we said we're letting go of unnecessary burdens and stress. Food and shelter is necessary. Therefore, working for the funds to provide those things is necessary. There are also phases and chapters in life that are just a little tough, period, no way around it. And I sincerely believe that a little toughness builds character. A little grit is good for you. There is nothing glamorous about being unable to do anything or crumbling in front of any little challenge that presents itself because you don't have the mental fortitude to push through. But finding the balance is about deciding that when going through or dealing with a difficult, stressful chapter, you are going to make it as decent as possible for yourself. Whether that means finding the easiest way to do it or balancing the challenging side out with equally enjoyable things or experiences on the other side. The weeks and months before taking a big exam, if you're trying to get into law school or med school, it's a stressful time. But try to have 1 hour a day or 1 day a week dedicated to relaxing your mind. If you're starting a new business, it is intense. Seek out resources from those who have done it so you can avoid certain basic mistakes and celebrate when you hit those milestones. If you're a new mom, remember that it takes a village. Accept all the help you're offered from people you trust, of course, but don't decline out of politeness or not wanting to put anyone out. If people from your family, job, church, or social circle want to clean, cook, or look after the baby for a bit so you can sleep more, take it all. Motherhood, period, is one of the most intense jobs that there is no signing off at the end of the day for. You deserve to be supported by people you love and trust. If you take nothing else from this video, understand this, my loves. I want you to be able to do everything for yourself while realizing and fully embracing that you don't have to. It's okay if your life isn't as soft as you want it to be yet. It's okay if you're going through a hustle and bustle or pedal to the metal phase right now, but make sure you incorporate soft life concepts and soft living wherever you can. Take a minute to think about where you can start and what would help you the most. You deserve a softer life. And if you take the steps to lighten your burdens, to choose beauty, to prepare, to incorporate luxury, and to always find the balance in every situation, I believe you can have it. And I believe that you are worth it. You just have to believe it too. Until next time, ladies, stay feminine, stay focused, and have fun.